him on the screen, knowing what that means to everybody in this program?
Well, I mean, we already talked to the governor, what it means for the state of New Jersey. I mean, Rutgers is an unbelievable institution. It's an amazing university with great people and, tremendous resources. And it's a great university. And I'm just really excited. Our team represents the university the right way. We have a lot of great things going on in athletics. We got Coach Iano on the football side. We have a Hall of Fame coach. She'll hear her name tomorrow in women's basketball. They're ranked. Our wrestling team is going to send 5 guys to the national championships. Our men's lacrosse team is ranked 4th. Our women's soccer team is ranked 19th. There's a lot of good things going on now. Men's basketball. It's a chance to dance for the first time, and it's a good time to be a Scarlet Knight. And very excited.
We'll take our next question from Keith Sargent, NJ.com.
Steve, congratulations.
Thanks, Keith.
Was it worth the wait? I mean, not getting in, not having a tournament last year. You kind of talked about you didn't even want the NCAA to do a ceremonial bracket draw. You thought that would be bittersweet. Was it worth the wait?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just, again, these guys for 2 years now, this has been a journey. Last year never ended. The season just stopped. And so not being able to play last year just kind of carried over to this year. And this year was so challenging in so many ways. These guys just kept plugging away. And this league is just daunting, the task. As you saw, 9 teams get in this year into the tournament. So every night is a challenge. Just happy for our guys. They did all the sacrifice and they did all the work. My staff too does an unbelievable job. To have an opportunity to play for a national championship, I think 30 years ago I was playing in this tournament at Connecticut. So it's a long time ago, and I'm happy now. Our guys get a chance to experience what I experienced as a student athlete, and they made history. They were the one team that was able to do it, and I know last year we did it, but no one gives you credit for last year. These guys get the credit they deserve this year, and now, what are you going to do with this opportunity? That was my first question to them.
We're going to go to Steve Politi, NJ.com.
Hey, Steve, again, congratulations. Just a quick follow-up. You said you talked to the governor already. I mean, when was that conversation?
He's just excited. I said, we're Jersey strong, and, it's a great state. We're the State University of New Jersey, so proud to be representing. He is too. And, very thankful that he reached out.
And under most circumstances, you'd be back at the rack and you'd be able to break down film at home. How do you scout an opponent? How quickly do you get the Clemson stuff going? I mean, how does that work from Indianapolis?
It started 6 minutes ago, so we'll have a lot of information. We have to be quarantined for two straight tests here, so we're going to be basically in our hotel room. So we'll enjoy for a few minutes, and then we'll do our work. Obviously, you're playing an ACC team, and Clemson. Brad does an unbelievable job. He's a really good coach. They beat 2 of teams in our league. They got good guard play. They're a good basketball team. I've seen them already on TV a few times, not knowing we were going to play them, but just the course of watching basketball through the year. So always, you get to this tournament, challenging, but excited about the opportunity.
Going to go to Ryan Dunleavy, New York Post.
Hey, Steve, congratulations. You said it's about what you guys do with the opportunity. How dangerous do you think your team is here? I mean, obviously, can you get back to that level you were playing at when you started 6-0 and beat Illinois, Maryland, Syracuse back to back?
Yeah, I mean, we've played really good basketball, so I feel really good. We're ready for any challenge. I mean, and when you go through 20 games in our league, 22 games counting the tournament, you guys saw how good Illinois is. You guys know how good Michigan is and those teams. We've seen every style, and we're a confident group. When we defend and rebound, we can play with anybody, and we have good players, and we're an exciting team to watch too. So, our guys will be locked in and ready to play good basketball. And to play good 40 minutes on both ends of the floor. That's what you do to advance.
Next question from Bobby Darren, 24/7.
Steve, take us through what it was like watching that selection show with the team and what the experience was like for you actually hearing that name.
Yeah, we're at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway here, which has been awesome. So they gave us a suite here, and we're overlooking the racetrack, and it's just nice, to be together with the guys. And this is something that we've talked about. We've watched this in the past. The selection show, haven't been on it, and happy for the guys that they earned this opportunity, and they were very excited. Very, COVID responsible too, in all of our actions tonight. So, we could stay safe, and then we'll quarantine for a few, and then get to practice.
Going to take a question from Justin Walters with Pix 11.
Hey, Steve, congratulations. This was part of your vision plan when you were introduced as the head coach at Rutgers. You said you wanted them to win. Now that it's come full circle, what has been the most rewarding part? And then a two-parter, how will you learn from the last experience with Stony Brook that hopefully will help you out this go-around in the tournaments?
Well, I'm real thankful. We had Joey Downs, our seniors from last year, on a FaceTime with us too, and Shaq Carter, and couldn't get a quasi, but those guys are a big part of this because they were part of last year's team, which would have gotten in. So we wanted to make them a part of it. They weren't able to come here and share the time with us, but we were able to get them, to share it with us when we got announced. I played in it as a player in the tournament and got a chance to coach as an assistant coach in the tournament, and as a head coach, it's always an unbelievable, opportunity. And told our guys that every team I've been on, what are you going to do with this opportunity? That's the question has to be answered, and we got to do a great job of preparing. My staff will, these guys, like I said to you, Brandon Knight, Carl Hobbs, Steve Hayne are really good. They'll do a great job digging in, and we'll have a good game plan. Again, we're playing a really good team. You got to play well when you're in the tournament. But I think your past experiences, you want to share those with your team. And I've been fortunate as a player to play in it and coaching it. And I'll share those ideas with our guys. We'll let them tonight enjoy a little bit. And we'll get ready to play on Friday.
We're going to go to Otis Livingston with CBS 2.
Congratulations, Coach.
Otis, good to see you.
Yeah, you too. For your returning players, how much were they driven by making it to the tournament last year and not being able to play in it, but driven to do that this season? And how confident are they going into this? Like you said, you're playing up against an ACC tournament in Clemson.
I mean, I think they have to be. They were driven last year. I mean, we had to win every game last year. This year, the same thing. Every game, you got to win, you got to win, you got to win. They've been through all that stuff. Confidence is never a problem with this group. Hasn't been for 2 years. Sometimes we decided what we got to do to win. That's rebound and defend. But confidence has never been, like an issue. They'll be very confident going into the game, just to make sure that we take away strengths of Clemson, and we'll be digging into those things moving forward. But they're really good, and they've been well tested too. And I think when you're ACC or Big Ten, you're well tested, and so nothing will surprise any of these, teams. They've seen it all. You got to make sure that, our guys are ready. And we have veteran guys too. So
yeah,
we have some older guys that have never played in the tournament, but they're older guys that have been through the ringer a little bit.
All right. Congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you.
Coach, we appreciate the time. We're going to take one more question. We're going to go to Aaron Brightman with On the Banks.
Aaron.
Hey, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wanted to ask about your relationship with Pat Hobbs and what his support has meant to you through this journey, and how much the support of the university has helped you get to where you are right now today.
Well, I tell you, President Holloway, Pat Hobbs, you're only as good as your bosses up above. They both share the same vision. The president wants to, win, but he wants student athletes to have a great experience. He wants, good student athletes academically. We probably 3.5 team grade point average. So we got great kids that win in basketball, and they represent the school the right way. And, Pat told me that, do it the right way and bring in great kids. And I think that's what we've done. And we've climbed the gauntlet. This league is as tough as there is, from 1 to 14, and we've been able to, do some things that have helped our, program a lot. Building the new practice facility, the APC, has helped us a tremendous amount. Wouldn't have happened without Pat's leadership, and very thankful he's been, by my side, and I appreciate his vision. I appreciate that he appreciates student athletes that we've recruited, and everybody's graduated since I've been there. And, that's all a tip of the hat to Pat. You can't do these things. Everyone talks about the coach. If, president, the AD, you don't win in a league as good as this without the commitment from everybody. And very thankful that we have that at Rutgers.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach, actually, we're going to sneak in one more question. We're going
No
to take
problem.
Richie Snyderite from Rivals.
Hey, Steve, congrats on making the tournament.
Richie, thank you.
So my question for you is, you guys have played over the years, whether it's this year or previous years, at Mackey Arena, at Indiana Assembly Hall and all that, and now at Lucas Oil Stadium recently. Do you feel like that kind of gives you a little bit of an advantage going into this?
I hope so. I'll take any advantage I can get, Rich. We have played there. Some of our guys have played there multiple times. It helps a little bit. We were at Lucas Oil. We didn't get to shoot around there or anything like that, but we played a couple games there. So still got to play well, and but you're familiar with the surroundings. I mean, it's just a different environment. No fans, or limited amount of fans. So that's still a different part of COVID and basketball, but hopefully that gives us a little bit of an advantage.
Coach, thanks again for the time, and congratulations on the bid.
You bought in first. You were the first guy on board this ship. What was this like, the moment, like emotionally for you, when you see Rutgers' name in the bracket today?
Yeah, I was definitely a little nervous. As the bracket was coming out, I think we all were. When we seen our name get called, it was everything that we dreamed of, everything that we've been waiting for, and we were just really happy to see our hard work paid off. And so I feel like everyone just had a lot of emotions.
Next question goes to Keith Sargent, NJ.com. Sorry, Steve Politti, NJ.com.
Close enough, us. And you've been the one telling us from the beginning you think this team could do some damage once it gets to the tournament. Just give your case right now to someone who's sitting there ready to fill out the bracket as to why Rutgers has got a chance this year to make a deep run.
Yeah, we're gritty, we're talented. We're all winners. I feel like we all came here to win, and now we're in a tournament of winners, so we get to really see what can happen. But I just feel like that it's destiny. So I feel like we're gonna do a very good job in the tournament.
Next question from Bobby Darren, 24/7.
Gio, what's the mood of the team? I mean, when you guys found out, take us through that.
Yeah, just a whole lot of emotions. Everyone stood up, started clapping. Everyone was really excited. We're just ready to keep playing. This is something that none of us have really been a part of other than Jacob Young before. So we're just excited to keep playing in March.
Ryan Dunleavy, New York Post.
Gio, now that you're here, how much does it take any of the pain away from what happened to you guys last year? Is that still motivation, not having this moment last year?
Yeah, I feel like last year is always going to hurt a little bit, no matter what, honestly. But I'm definitely happy that the guys who are here we get a second chance at it, and get to make up for it in a sense. But I feel like last year will always sting, no matter what. I feel like that team was really special, and those seniors that were a part of that, didn't get a chance to feel what we're feeling right now, which is completely different than how we felt after we won at Purdue or at Minnesota this year. So I'd say it's two different feelings, and I still feel for those guys who didn't get a chance to have the feeling that we're having right now.
We're going to go to Justin Walters, Pix 11.
Hey, Gio, congrats. You were speaking earlier about how the team is gritty and making your case for why someone should choose you to go on in advance. I'm wondering, how do you channel or shift your approach to make sure you guys aren't a prisoner of the moment and you're using that attitude to try to win the game? because a lot of you guys haven't been in this opportunity before?
You know, I feel like even though we haven't, been in the tournament, I feel like we have an experienced group. A lot of veterans. We understand that we can't let our emotions get the best of us during a game. So, I feel like as long as we stick to our game plan, stay level-headed, then I'm not too worried about that. I feel like we should be okay.
Going to go to JP Pelsman with Forbes.
Gio, I know. Obviously, you guys had nothing, to do with it taking this long. But you know the history. Just two parts, real quick. What does it mean, first of all, to bring this for you guys to bring this to Rutgers Nation after 30 years to be part of this? And secondly, Coach just mentioned how in '91 he actually played in the tournament for UConn. You guys, you're smart. Do you guys ever give him static about his playing days? And like I said, and what does it mean to bring this back to Rutgers after all these years, to bring them the NCAAs?
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling just to see the excitement with all the fans, and yeah, I mean I feel like we're making history. We're a part of a big part of history, so that's something that's always going to be really special to me and all the other guys. And Coach Pikiell just heard that question, and he said that I would cook him if we played one-on-one back then. So we've never gave him anything for his playing days, though. I've never really given him any static or nothing like that. So.
We're going to go to Keith Sargent, NJ.com.
Hey, Gio, I think it might have been your freshman year, maybe your sophomore year, you had written on your sneakers, NCAA tournament, we want to go to the NCAA tournament or something to that effect. What was it exactly? Refresh my memory. And do you still have those sneakers?
Yeah, I think it said 1991 on them. I think it was my sophomore year. It was just something to write down, just to remind myself what the goal was at the time. And I don't think I still have those sneakers, to be honest. I might, honestly, they could be somewhere, but I mean that's just something that's always been in my mind. I just always feel like once you set a goal, then you just have to do everything you can to achieve it and get there. And that's just like a little reminder to myself, and then I remind everybody else too what my goals are too, so they know that I'm gonna stand behind it and make sure it gets done.
And one other one, Joey Downs and Shaq Carter. I guess they were involved with the Zoom. How cool was that to have them take a part in this as well?
Oh, it was awesome. We get to talk to them. I also got to talk to Quasi before this, and just really special. Like I said, those guys were a part of a really special group last year, and just really feeling for them that they didn't get a chance to have, the emotions that we have right now. It's just crazy, and just the fact that they could be there, kind of, with us on the Zoom, was just really special. So they got to see how we were feeling during this time.
We're going to take our final question from Aaron Brightman on the banks.
Gio, congrats. It's been a weird season with all the isolation. The situation now there for the Big Ten tournament, playing in such a big venue like Lucas Oil Stadium and staying out there, does it actually help you kind of prepare for Friday in terms of kind of already being in that environment and able to maybe get off on the right foot?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's only going to help. We've kind of been out here for a little bit. We're just kind of familiar with it. I think it'll help us for sure.
Okay, great. Gio, thank you for the time.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
As a Jersey guy, born and raised, what does this mean to you to take Rutgers back to the NCAA tournament after a 30-year drought?
Making history always feels good, and just doing it in the state of New Jersey and at the state university and where I grew up and where I was raised, it just makes it so much more special.
Gonna go to Otis Livingston, CBS 2.
Hey, Ron, congratulations on getting to the big dance. Obviously, one of the big stories is the fact that you guys suffered the disappointment of not going last year. How quickly were you able to change your attention and your focus from the disappointment to getting back to the job of getting there this year? And also, how do you feel like going through the rigors of the Big Ten prepares you for the big dance?
With the tournament being canceled last year, we were obviously heartbroken and disappointed, but that disappointment and turned into hunger. It's just fuel to the fire. It's just makes you want to do it again. And this team, we feel like we did it last year. We feel like this is the second year in a row we've been here. But playing in the Big Ten is a test night in and night out. I feel like the Big Ten teams are the most battle-tested teams in the tournament. every night in the big games of competition. You never know who's going to show up. It's just a tough league. It's the best league in the conference in the country, and it's one of the best leagues of all time. So I feel like we're all real battle tested.
Thanks and good luck.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. Steve Politti, NJ.com.
Hey, Ron, what did you think of where you guys are seated? You know, a 10, you've got Clemson in the first round, you avoid Gonzaga or Baylor and potentially in the second round. How do you feel about that spot?
We're just blessed to get the opportunity to play in the tournament. We're trying to take it one game at a time, not look too far ahead of the road. We're just focused on Clemson. Once we take care of Clemson, it's whatever comes after that. But we're just trying to take it one game at a time. We're not really worried about too much down the line.
Going to go to Justin Walters, Pix 11.
Hey, Ron, good to see you, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We have a delayed reaction just because of the feed online. But could you peel back the curtain for us for what the emotion felt like in the room? Third bracket, you guys are waiting a little bit. Did you feel like, okay, finally, this is going to be the time, and now that it's come full circle to see your name, this is something you dreamed about, being a Jersey guy, and now that it's here, is it still hard to process?
Definitely, it's hard to process. I just tweeted, dreams really come true. This is definitely a dream come true for me, all of my teammates, whatever thought when I came here to go to the NCAA tournament. I came here to win, and, we're doing just that. The next step to that is having consistent, established success. But in the room, the emotion was unbelievable. It was just a bunch of dudes that do anything for each other, jumping up and down, celebrating each other, celebrating their success. And we couldn't be more proud of each other,
Thanks, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
Next question goes to Keith Sargent, NJ.com.
Hey, Ron.
What's up?
I think Coach Pikiell's message was, what are you to do with this opportunity? What was the response, and what did you think of when he delivered that message?
When he delivered the message about what we're going to do with this opportunity, we're gonna take it head on, and we're gonna attack it like we attack any other opportunity. Stakes are a little higher this time. 40 minutes gets you an extra 40 minutes, and therefore, but the stakes are high, so we're gonna work hard. The attention to detail, everything's gonna be a little more crisp, just because playing in the NCAA tournament first time in 30 years. So we're looking forward to the opportunity.
We're going to take another question from Aaron Brightman on the Banks.
Hey, Ron, congratulations.
Thank you.
Does being out there already, having played in football stadium with Big Ten tournament, does it take away the awe a little bit and maybe make it a little bit more normals, which will help you going in? Right?
Could you repeat the last part of the question? You were cutting out a little bit.
Sorry, I just saying being out there already and does it take away the awe of the moment in a good way and maybe help you, be ready for Friday and not be in awe of the situation, being that it's, is the first NCAA tournament game you guys have been in?
Definitely, an observation me and the guys just picked up on as soon as we walked on the court for the Big Ten tournament is that it's just the lights are just brighter. The lights are just beaming down harder than they usually do at any other arena. And I'm sure we'll feel the same way on Friday, being this NCAA tournament. But once we step in between those lines, it's business time and it's go time, and we got to prepare ourselves for what's to come.
Any final questions for Ron? Ron, thanks for the time.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Give us a little insight, because we're not in the room with you guys, although they did show you on TV. Give us a little insight as to what was said, what the body language was, what it was like when Rutgers' name comes up on the screen.
Yeah, it was. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous in the beginning, just waiting, and then finally to hear our name. It's just like a bliss feeling. Everybody jumped up and we're all cheering, and even after, even just sitting there realizing you're gonna play in March Madness is just unbelievable. And I'm just happy it finally came true. Seeing we could have done it last year, and now we're finally getting to do it. So it was just a great feeling.
Next question goes to Steve Politti, NJ.com.
Hey, Myles, congratulations. Very happy for you guys. So a lot of people in America are going to pick up the brackets tomorrow and make a decision between Rutgers and other teams. Just can you give your case, state your case for why this team can advance in this tournament and have a successful March?
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel one, we play in the Big Ten and play in the toughest conference in the world, and we did pretty well this year, and we picked it up, and we played literally. I think everyone in the Big Ten has been in the top 25 at least at one point in time. So played great competition. And right now we just came off a loss to Illinois, who's the Big Ten champion. So I think right now we're playing some of our best basketball going into the tournament, and we're just here practicing and training. So we have a lot to prove. I feel like our defense is going to be a big key in this tournament too.
Any other questions for Myles? Myles, thanks for the time.
All right, thank you.
Congrats.
Appreciate it.
As the only guy on this roster who's actually played in the tournament before, do you give them a little bit of your experiences? Try to calm their nerves, or just try to tell them what it's like.
Yeah, I mean they haven't really asked me, but I try to tell them when they ask, and I just tell them we got to take one game at a time and just stick together. It's a long ride, it's a big tournament, so we just got to stick together and stay one game at a time, and I feel like that's will help us a lot. Can't look forward.
Jerry Carino with the Gannett.
Jacob, for all the people around the country who haven't seen Rutgers but are going to watch them Friday, what would you tell them about this team and what they can expect?
A bunch of humble and hungry guys. We always feel like we always looked over and we always talked down on, and we just feel like we got something to prove, and I feel like we're gonna prove what we have to prove.
We're gonna go to Bobby Darin with 24/7 for the next question.
Jacob, now that you guys have made this, what's this experience been like for you up to this point? Because you took a chance on coming here as a transfer.
It's been great. See, it's one of the reasons why I came. It's been 30 years, and one of the reasons why Coach Pikiell, why I wanted to come to the program to change the culture and help bring us back to a tournament, NCAA tournament.
We're gonna go to Otis Livingston with CBS 2.
All right, congratulations, Jacob. Talk about how much this means to bring this first NCAA tournament in 30 years to Rutgers Nation and what they meant to you. And you guys weren't able to play in front of them, obviously, this year, but I'm sure you can still feel their presence and their support. And also, how has playing in the Big Ten prepared you guys for this NCAA tournament?
Well, I think the fans, they've been waiting on this for a long time. So everybody in Jersey is going crazy right now. Social media going crazy. Everybody in Jersey is just loving it. And second question, what's the second question? My bad, light on my mind right now.
Yeah, I hear you, man. It's all good. The second question was just how does playing in the Big Ten prepare you guys for this NCAA tournament? But it was also, the question was, how does it feel to bring it to Jersey? Not just their reaction, but how does it feel for you as far as?
It feels great because if I was a fan of a team 30 years and we ain't win for 30 years, I'll be waiting for the same thing, So it's just a blessing to be able to bring it back, and enjoy it. We just got to enjoy it and cherish this moment and live in the moment.
And as far as the Big Ten?
Oh, and the Big Ten, I feel like we play some of the most of the best teams in the country, like Illinois, and I feel like we're ready, and it's prepared us a lot because we went through adversity in the Big Ten, and we figured out how to bounce back from the adversity, and I think that really helped us, and it showed us how to come together and strive together to be better.
All right, congratulations. Good luck, man.
Appreciate it.
We're gonna take a couple more questions. We'll go to JP Pelsman with Forbes.
JP.
Hey, Jacob. Congratulations. What can you just say? What kind of goes through your mind? What went through your mind when? I mean, you expected it, but when Rutgers comes up on the screen, what's going through your mind at that moment?
Thousands, millions of things. Just thinking about, you're thinking about the whole time who you're going to play, and then thinking about like what region you're in. Like it's just a bunch of stuff, and thinking as if we didn't get to watch Selection Sunday last year because of COVID-19, but it's just great. It's just a great experience. Just hearing our name and just knowing we're gonna hear it, and just I can't wait. Can't wait. All right.
We're going to take our final question for Jacob from Keith Sargent at J.com.
Jacob, I know ultimately it's worth it because you get to play in the NCAA tournament, but how weird is just everything that's going on? You're testing over Lucas Oil this morning. You're practicing in a Y. you have to check out of your hotel. And then I guess you get locked down for a couple of days, so you go through quarantine. Is it just a unique experience, or you just kind of chalk it up to the age of COVID and everything's unique?
It's not weird. It's just I feel like it's something we got used to. We've been doing COVID testing and moving around and like you know what I'm saying, being safe for like 8 months, and I just feel like it's just something we're used to. We expected it, and it's just a protocol we got to follow, and especially to plan our first NCAA tournament in 30 years, we'd do it. We'd do that every day if we had to. Yeah.
Jacob, thanks for the time and congratulations again.
No, appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
As a New Jerseyan, what's this like for New Jersey and, for you coming from this state to end this drought for Rutgers?
It's an awesome feeling. They really kind of told us a lot about the history of the program. Obviously, 30 years is a long time. None of us were alive. But there's also been a lot of people that have supported the program for those 30 years through the ups and downs. So I'm just really happy for those people that they get to experience this as well.
I'm going to go to Jerry Carino. I'm sorry, we just did Jerry Carino. Keith Sargent, NJ.com.
Hey, Paul. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
The fact that Joey Downs and Shaq Carter they participated in the Zoom, how cool is that just to be able to honor them and let them experience it a little bit?
Yeah, I mean those guys were some of the best teammates that I've ever had, and they've been in communication with us throughout the whole year. We have great relations with them. Last year it sucked the way that they went out, but they've supported us, been so happy for us. And I mean, we learned a lot from them last year, and we kind of used that fuel to, play for those guys that didn't get the chance. And Coach Pikiell was talked about them a lot throughout the year.
Take our next question from Bobby Darin, 24/7.
Paul, is this what you envisioned when you came here? Because you had a lot of opportunities to go to a lot of schools, and is this kind of how you saw this thing playing out early on?
100%. I came here to win. Coach Pikiell was all about winning. I mean, it's absolutely like a blessing and an honor. I did expect it. I didn't expect COVID or how this has went, but other than that, yeah, I expected to be here, and I expect more than just to be here. Yeah.
JP Pelsman with Forbes.
Congratulations, Paul. I asked Gio this before, and Coach mentioned it before. Can you even fathom that the last time Rutgers made the tournament, that Coach was actually a defensive stopper at UConn and played in the tournament? Do you guys ever give him anything about that, Coach? Does that ever come up in conversation that Coach was a player back then?
Yeah, I mean, we have a great coaching staff, and almost all of them have played in the tournament. They all have great stories, and they all talk so highly about the experience and the memories that come from it. So, like the last couple of weeks, I was just talking to some of the coaches about who they were playing and their memories. So, it's awesome. It's funny, but it's awesome. Yeah.
Any other questions for Paul? Paul, thanks for the time.
Appreciate it. Take care.